Hopefully this one should be the easiest one, right? Not like the rear mount. To start, I'm gonna take my deep 14mm. Actually, the one thing I did not expect was how low to the ground this actually is. I thought I could get it without. I'm gonna try to do this without jacking up the car, but there's like maybe 6 inches of space, just enough for my hand and my phone to reach. There should be 2 nuts down here that hold in the 2 14mm bolts that hold in the motor mounts down here. You should probably follow TRQ's video, not mine. There is the bolt right here, and then there's a bolt in this small hole further down. But apparently mine is not on original hardware. This is a 13, this should be a 14. So I get to use a 13mm ratchet now. Before I loosen this 13mm nut and bolt, I'm going to lift up the engine from the oil pan just a little bit, just enough to relieve stress off the motor mount. I just realized my car's so low to the ground because of this like 3 to 5 inch lip right here in the concrete. Make sure you're doing this on like a flat surface, because I barely even have enough space to get that. I could just like drive forward a few feet, but I don't feel like it. Never mind what I said before, I just suddenly got unlazy, you know? Now I have like double the space to work. The 2 bolts underneath and then the through bolts, I don't have any, well, I have the 2 bolts underneath loosened, but not even out. So I'm gonna take a 13 with an extension on it with a tiny bit of pressure relieved off of the engine and just loosen the through bolt. I ended up moving the stress from the oil pan to the back end of the transmission where the drain hole is. This is not original hardware. And how does this come out? Just like so, I guess. One way or another it comes out. Up, yep, upsy daisy. This is the first one I've been able to pull out on camera. Would you look at that? Around the radiator hose, and bam, went in just like that. And then here's the new one. Finger goes in like that. Yep, this one, not even that bad. Actually, it's not bad at all. What the fuck? This one's actually really good. No tears in it, barely even squishy. This might actually be able to be used still, what the hell. But I'm going through the trouble, I might as well replace it. I lined up one of the holes on the bottom, and then I also lined up the through bolt, which I have to tighten that down a little bit. Now I'm just trying to line up this one bolt with this one hole right here, which I'm having a little bit of difficulties doing, but just wiggle it around, wiggle the front mount around a little bit until you can line it up. I got this bolt and then this bolt tightened down, or lined up and tightened down, and then I'm trying to get this one tightened, and then I'm going to lower the engine. I don't have my tripod with me, so I'm just gonna try to lower the engine. I don't think I could loosen this with one hand, if I could try. Nope. Loosened it with 2, and now, didn't mean to lower it so quickly, but like, alright. Now, the weight of the engine is on the front motor mount as well. It's looking good. And then all 3 of these can get torqued down to 38 foot-pounds, which I believe this torque wrench reaches 38 foot-pounds. Yep. 3/8 will have to go to 1/2 inch and then 1/4 inch, because those are the bits I have. And then I'm going to try to torque down the nut side of this, which is the left from where I'm facing. This is going to be the best camera angle we're going to get without the tripod. I have the tripod, I just don't want to go get it right now. And this thing can move out of the way. Put the 13, this should be a 14 mil. I don't know why it's a 13, but it's what I have, and it's been working, so if it's not broken, don't fix it. Bam, and then I cannot actually see the other end. Where is it? Right there. There's not a lot of space in here, so. Can I even fit this torque wrench? I can barely fit the torque wrench. Can I fit on the bolt end a lot better, or? Yeah, there's not enough space here. Or at least without jacking up the car, and I don't want to do that. Can I torque down the bolt end? Without spinning the nuts, maybe? I can. It'll take a little bit, but I can. I really don't want to jack up anything right now. Let me just try tightening it like this as well. No, I'm using my 13 mil. Like if the ground weren't here, I could totally do a little more. I'm getting like one click of the gear in the torque wrench at a time. If I can't torque it down, then I'm just going to snug it as much as I can. It's getting tighter. I feel it getting tighter. Not rounding, hopefully. Shoot. This is probably a long ass video too. I'm just trying to torque this down right now. With minimal skill. Well, minimal effort, I should say. There's totally skill going in on this. I don't think I'm spinning the nut anymore, which is good. I mean, it's probably good now. Yeah, I'm gonna call that good. And then just torque down the two bottom ones to 38 as well. Just got the two bottom ones torqued along with the through bolts, and now that's with everything lowered. The front motor mount is successfully installed. For how old these motor mounts are, the front one isn't actually like that bad, like at all. Like it's not even torn. I could probably even still use it, but I had all four, so I might as well. And I don't have the rear one in the collection because that was done at the shop, which thankfully they got that in. So now all four motor mounts are good. They're all in there. And even with all these car parts here, I'm going to keep this motor mount relevant. If I ever do want to do polyurethane bushings, I'm only going to do the fronts just because I like the rubber bushings on the rear and the other ones. So those ones don't have polyurethane options, but I would only do the front one just because it takes the less stress, or the least amount of stress on the engine, which is also why I'm pretty sure this doesn't look damaged at all, other than just like looks old. It feels really great, but it's kind of squishy. Anyways, gonna keep this one just in case I ever want to do a polyurethane bushing, but that's about it.